Good morning. It is time now for another episode of As the Clock Ticks. Last time, as you recall, we had the clocks opposite each other. There was one clock over there, and there was one clock over there. And the point of it was so that somebody at the table, a visitor on either side of the table, can be able to see the clock from where he or she is sitting. And so, in our last episode, I showed you that the clock, playing musical clocks by the way, has moved from that position, which you may not see, that's where it used to hang over there. Okay, now it's moved back over the sink. And we still have the second clock hanging over on this wall. Now what's interesting to note is that not only do we have a clock facing this wall and a clock facing this wall, we now have a third clock facing, you guessed it, the ceiling. And what's also interesting to note is this clock is slow. Either that, or it's showing California time, with about, let's say about 5 minutes late. So this clock is either showing either Rocky Mountain time or Pacific Coast time. But because if anybody was on the ceiling and was looking down, they now have a clock to look at now. So we have that clock over there for those at this side of the table, this clock over here for people on that side of the table, and this third clock for people who have a bird's eye view of this room and they're looking down and they need to have a clock to look at. So basically that's what we have here now. 3 clocks. 2 clocks synchronized to Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Saving, I don't know which one. And one set to either Rocky Mountain time or Pacific Coast time, with another 5 minutes off. And this clock has been intellectually positioned facing the ceiling for those on the ceiling looking down. So that's what we got here. So tune in tomorrow for another episode of this exciting drama, As the Clock Ticks, brought to you by Procter & Gamble, the most useful product in soap.